Okay, I am missing. Oh, I'm not missing that. That's just way too big of a map, but that's what that is. Bam. There we go.
All right. So, recap from last game.
Punch, punch.
There was a fight with Vector's mother. She was the hit mark. During the fight, Sonny got a huge backlash, and he just does not feel good.
That's why
Something is
he's not
wrong.
here tonight.
It's like,
He doesn't.
guys, I need a timeout.
Yeah, his backlash days doesn't go down because he's skipping tonight. Um, those are still going to be there waiting for him next game. Uh, Vector through this cement formula uh, that he concocted that attached her to the ground, and Vic created a gravity field in her area and basically crushed her.
Oh, I wanted to play with gravity.
Sorry. Vic also has a really cool idea for a wonder. Um, he wants wonder boots. Um,
Wonder boots.
so Vix's uh, what is it called? Instruments, Pokeyes, are these little stickers. We talked about boots that will actually stamp his symbols into the ground.
He just runs around and just
Yeah,
leaves a trail of fire emblems behind him and
and then he
blows up
can,
the city.
yeah. um,
Kick somebody in the forehead. You know.
Zenori on her way. Well, Zenori had a conversation with crap friend. I don't know if I jotted down her name. Uh, friend from
Jinx?
Technocracy days.
Oh.
Uh, the hacker from Technocracy
Yeah,
days.
I made up her name on the fly, so
It's in the video. I could go look it
it's
up.
in the video.
Hooray for recordings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry. Jyri. I did write it down.
Did I write it down?
She met with her. She was like, they were competing on trying to, because Zen was trying to unhack the mother while Jerry was defending that. But
So
then
wait,
afterward,
you were having a hacker war against your old friend?
Yes. And I won.
yeah, she did. Then on her way
You booted me out of OTV?
out, she found her other old friend Jinx. They had a moment. Jinx let her know that Calvin is dead. And she also let her know that Nia is here.
These are all just names to me.
Yep. Their names to the
This
rest
is
of the
what
public
happens
right
when
now
you
as
have
well.
Okay.
a fleshed out backstory that your DM goes to your website and is like, "Oh, these people are important to you, huh?"
Yeah.
And they all died.
Dead.
She
Congratulations.
posted it on a blog that I read. I don't know. I think it was back in October, but last year could have been anywhere between like February and October.
It
Who
might have
knows?
been 2 Octobers ago, actually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
even plausible as well. But I made some notes, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use these things.
Emotional pressure point. Nice.
Yeah, no, roll the darkness. That's what you have to do. Uh, Vic was visited by a ghost. Uh, D let him know.
Another
Well,
one?
he was visited by two ghosts, uh, but Vic couldn't see the first ghost. D let him know that the ghost was Evangeline, um, and that she was.
Is that the lady from the apartment that died?
No, that was my former apprentice. That
She was
was
the one that.
broken or was breaking into Underworld.
Mhm.
Something went wrong.
She came to town wanting those Egyptian artifacts.
That's what I thought she was the one that was in the hotel right below.
No, that's Susan.
Oh,
No, Susan. Yeah, Susan's definitely dead. Um,
no, I know that.
we don't. We've not
But you're talking
heard
about
from her
ghosts,
ghost,
so
but
Poor Susan.
Evangeline was heading to the underworld, so uh, who knows what happened there. Uh,
doesn't sound like it went well.
Vic was like, I don't have time to deal with this right now, so uh, Dee took her down below, and we'll see what happens there.
When you talk about somebody heading to the underworld and you say down below, those are kind of more apocalyptic sounding phrases than like, oh, we just went to the living room.
Yeah, yeah, you picked up on that. Interesting.
Well, it's Underworld, not really hell. So I mean, it's different.
Above, down below.
Yeah, Undercity,
It's just like the Underdark.
pretty much.
And Sonny, unfortunately, I wish that he was here, but he's having a moral quandary about Sasha, us leaving Sasha.
Well, there's be a bigger quandary now with these other tanks also.
Yeah.
That you apparently want to turn into gasoline.
I didn't say gasoline. I said fuel. Difference.
Well,
I don't have a ritual to turn into gas, but I have a ritual to inhibit or decrease or increase flammability.
I would think that basically turns them into gasoline. It's one of the more flammable liquids.
But it's not actually changing it into gas. It just makes it more flammable,
What if
like
it's
flammable
not?
water.
Yeah, but what if it's not flammable really to
Okay,
begin
we're
with
not lighting
at
the people on tanks
all?
on
But
fire.
I can make it more flammable.
If yes, but more flammable implies that it started flammable.
Well, if it has
20%
zero, I can make
more
it
flammable
plus.
of 0 is still 0.
yeah, yeah.
It doesn't work that way. It's on a sliding scale. It goes from 0 to like 20%. We're
Is
not
that how that
timesing
works?
it. Yes,
Is
we're not
that,
timesing it, making it. It's not times flammable. It's flammabler.
oh, now we're just making up words.
No,
Got
no,
it.
no. It's on a sliding scale. Like zero is it doesn't burn.
We've got we've
Negative
got
number means it's like it stops burning, and like positive means it starts to burn.
Wait, so the
It's a
sliding
sliding
scale
scale.
goes negative?
Yes, it's an insulator.
It reduces burn.
It reduces burn.
it actually puts material back that was burned.
That's right.
That you have to get up to really high negative numbers
Yeah,
to get that
I
kind of
think
effect.
somewhere involved there's entropy and some time, maybe some matter.
It's a sliding scale. It's all good.
It's timey-wimey magic stuff. Who cares?
Wibbly
It sounds like
wobbly, burny worny.
Yeah.
listen. That's how my system works in my brain. It's a 0 to 100 scale. It's all good.
uh, so yeah, that's what happened last game. And then and then at the end, uh, when Zen walked into this room over here on the left, I'm pretty sure you could see it. I don't know
Yeah.
if you could see it. Uh, try.
I can't see him, so probably
I
not.
I
Um,
can't.
yeah,
I'm
so
still sitting next to the hit mark.
you
Well,
guys,
what was left of
So
the hit mark?
yeah, if you want to move over here so you can see the room. Um,
Yeah.
so you walked in and there was a tanks and tons of people in there. Well,
Cool.
25.
So we're in Minority Report.
weren't there only 3?
But with the understanding that they're going to be turned into hit marks or other usable things.
Things.
We don't know that. That's still conjecture.
No,
So why am I still like way over here?
because we found out Sony was going to be used for something.
You probably actually did come over there, and that's fine.
Okay.
I I wasn't moving your character at the end of the game, is all.
So is Sasha like legit gone?
In the tank.
So he's in the tank.
The tank was cracked and leaking fluid, and I wanted to Shark
Is he
Tank it with
dead?
the little duct tape thing. I forget what that thing's called. But we came to the conclusion that it is not possible for him to survive outside of the tank, and we had no way to move or repair the tank.
So we decided to tread on, and we stumbled into
Can't
25 more
poof him
tanks.
to a hospital?
No, he cannot survive outside the tank. The machines are literally keeping him alive in stasis.
Granted, this might just be because of the kind of questions that Shane asked, but
Listen, I'm going off what we were told. So I'm not a scientist.
I asked questions too. I don't remember what
No.
they were, but I asked them.
he had the ability to ask 2 questions, and he asked
Oh,
2
that's
questions, and he got those 2 answers. So.
Why was he put in charge of asking 2 questions?
Because he cast the spell.
He was the one that rolled it.
You can ask 2 questions. Is there bread around here? And
If the world was made out of butter, how much would it weigh?
Melted or non-melted? I don't know.
does that really change the mass of the object?
It might not change the mass, but it might change the weight. Depends on the... Maybe not. Okay, regardless, ignore my butter question. That's not what's important here.
I think unless you phase change
melt
the
it so
actual
much that it became a gas. I mean,
well, that's what I was
gonna say.
thinking.
If
Yes.
it doesn't go through
It's butter gas.
then how is it a planet?
Butter gas. If you recoalesce,
It's a butter star.
Butter
it became
gas.
a butter star. Okay, I got it. It's a butter star.
Butter stars are made of popcorn.
English or African?
African or European.
Yeah.
There you go. Didn't know.
Anyways, all right, back to serious shit. Yeah, Sasha's gonna die because Sonny made us believe he's gonna die. Except
Sasha's gonna die because Sonny asked bad questions. Got it.
Yeah. Well, he might not die because currently Sonny is freaking out about the fact that he's going to die. So it's possible that somehow Sonny's going to figure out how to use his massive backlash as a positive for saving Sasha. What if his backlash is that he loses his life force and it goes to Sasha? What if they swap places? James, don't take these ideas. And if you do, don't tell him I said it.
It's recorded.
Yeah, sorry, your character died. You now play this other character that we've had. Yeah.
What happened? What happened? Definitely do not go back and watch the recording. I feel like I need to go back and watch the recording now.
There is no recording.
No, I said definitely do not do that.
There is no recording.
Oh, look, data corruption. I'm sorry.
Oh, so sad. Bleep bloop bloop. Going through a
I
tunnel.
don't know what happened in this 5-minute specific section of video.
So
Anyways.
Trent, did you go over there?
I kind of just ran to look at the map, but I was gonna.
But your character actually heading over there?
I mean, he probably would have stayed somewhat near the group.
So, as you were following Sasha over there, Sasha gets up to those are 2 glass doors, and he rests his hand on one of them.
Wait, who does?
Wait, Sasha does?
I'm sorry, Sonny.
Okay.
He's already switched.
He's already swapped in his mind. It's done.
I can't tell you guys, like, the first 4 games, like, when I was rereading them in Realmworks, how many times I flipped their names.
I believe it.
Did it a ton.
Sasha, Sonny, Victor, Vector?
Yeah. Thanks, players.
Hey, I feel like Zenori is like as far out there as possible.
Hey, my guy is named Trent. That's about as close to like Bob as you can get. So.
But Sonny is standing there at the doors, and he has his hand resting on the handle, and he's like, I, I don't feel good. And all of a sudden, the handle breaks, and he falls down, like kind of stumbles over. And as you look at the handle is rusted.
Okay, first question. Is the handle made out of metal?
Yes,
Okay.
it was a glass door, but there was a handle.
I just want to make sure that he's not causing glass to rust.
Oh, fair enough. It
Yeah,
was a
that
severe
becomes a whole
backlash.
different set of problems.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Oh
like
God.
the weirdest Midas touch ever.
At least it's not Skittles.
Gross. Okay.
Skittles?
The rust tastes like Skittles?
No, the Skittle
No,
commercial.
no, it
Oh.
Oh,
does not Skittles.
Oh. Less
That might
exciting.
have also been fun, but no, this is definitely an entropy backlash.
Skittles
Did you actually
everywhere.
watch the whole commercial for that one about the old man talking and how dark it is? He went to shake a man's hand
Oh
and
yeah,
turned to
yeah.
Skittles.
I remember
What?
various ones, but I don't remember that one in particular.
Go watch it. It's very dark.
Yeah, that one got a little.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, it got really dark.
Hey, Sonny, maybe you should go sit down for a minute.
And try not to touch things.
Okay. Um,
Uh,
To see.
is there. Hold on. Would it be like a prime or something to be able to try and figure out what sort of like backlash is going on and if there's any way to diminish or contain it?
Yes, it would be
so
probably entropy.
I don't have any entropy.
Yes, that's all Shane's department.
Does anybody have entropy aside from him?
No,
so
But is it
prime.
really all that hard to just kind of like figure out that he's the guy that plays sort of with.
I mean, but to understand it enough to actually do something to help him,
Oh
I
no,
think.
I didn't mean do anything about it, but like, hey dude, you're causing everything around you to crumble. Kind of go stay over there for a little bit.
So you need higher levels of prime to be able to undo a backlash. I think it's like prime 4.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Um, but um, it might even be prime 5. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. That
I think it's prime 5.
it's probably that. Because
Um,
I mean, if it was prime 4 and 4 is kind of easy to get in Mage, that would kind of negate the whole point of Magic has a price. Um, storyline that Mage goes for.
Poor Sonny is gonna die to his backlash. Okay, sorry.
Oh, that was great. That was like a little
Blast for the
80s.
past, yeah.
That was like a little 80s cartoon. Like we're just gonna make up a song on the fly, and it's gonna be like all cheery and happy. And
Zenori was a bard in another life, yeah.
gummy bears.
uh, though that would work as a good Mage story. Uh, if you backlashed and we had a musical episode.
okay, Buffy.
Can we do that?
I'm pretty sure that you and I would be the only ones excited about that.
Well, yeah, that's the nature of a
Yeah.
musical episode. You have at least like half the characters that are like, you know,
So
like James
the
Marsters.
dressing group I was part of, we were all for this. We were actually preparing, but he never ran the musical episode game.
Aw.
Yeah, I would be the guy that didn't like it. The friend that always hated everything.
What? I'm trying to think of a movie now.
Anna and the Apocalypse.
Hamilton?
No, it was like an unintentional musical thing.
Oh. Anna and the Apocalypse is
Any Disney movie?
the zombie Christmas movie, zombie Christmas musical
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, that was a very interesting movie.
Any Disney show movie with kids?
I only watched half of it so far. I really liked it. So at that point, but
It 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 didn't end in like a way that I was like, oh, but it was just weird.
okay.
But again, like I'm not exactly the most musical interested person to begin
Right.
with.
I was actually kind of surprised you watched it because you guys
Yeah,
don't.
we watched it, and I was just like, "What am I watching?" But at that point, I had already kind of gotten 20 minutes in. It's like, I have to at least see how this ends.
Sunk
Like,
costs.
I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm already sunk." It's like we're just gonna plow through this thing, and I
They
think,
hit the 20-minute mark. No returns. Have to watch.
yeah, I mean, it was enough to catch your attention, and it holds it throughout, and it's got some very silly humor points in it. Um, yeah, it's worth it for the humor. The musical part was just kind of like, what are they doing? Are they? I get what they're doing. Like
Gotcha.
it was good. It was all right.
All right, so Sonny goes over and he sits down on a stool, and then as you guys are over here talking, at some point you'll hear the stool break and he falls over.
Just don't just sit on the ground. Just not anywhere near a grate or anything else that looks like it might disintegrate soon.
Kind of chilling out in the middle of the room over there. All right, what are you guys doing?
Is
Is it?
Zen already actually in the room?
I am.
I mean, she's standing where she's at.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it possible? Is it possible to use correspondence and forces on Sani to levitate him about a foot off the ground so he doesn't have to touch anything?
That
It
sounds like a
is.
very paradoxy rich ritual.
I mean, you're only going to get the, depending on how many successes you pump into it, but you're only going to get the regular amount of paradox, but it's still a vulgar thing because you're making him fly.
The correspondence.
I mean, you can
Forces.
also zap him out of there to some kind of safe area. I don't know.
Should I try to do it, guys, or should we just leave him be?
I'm
I'll
kind of
just leave him
content
be
with
for now.
sitting him in the corner until the walls start crumbling, and then we'll figure out something different.
I
But
mean, that could be super useful for getting through some of these doors, so.
hey, Sonny, go lean up against that door.
Or it
All
may
right, we're good.
just
Thanks.
destroy the door and make it non-openable.
Go stand 10 feet away from us in the corner. COVID rules. COVID rules. Stay over there.
Social
Remember,
distance.
it is paradox and it is a backlash.
Yeah.
It's not always going to go in the person's favor.
Sonny, what did you do? How did you turn that door into a solid steel wall? What just happened?
That does sound very entropic.
Suddenly, there
um,
are flumps everywhere.
All right.
I guess I will enter the room also. Just
Um,
kind of.
James, I'm
I,
gonna start going through the tanks and seeing if I can find Nia.
I was just
Okay.
gonna wander around and look at all the people because I don't know that I would know any of them, but
They're not
I was
Christmas lights, Trent. You can't just admire them.
um,
I just am gonna keep walking around and looking.
yeah, you find her fairly quickly. Uh, she's actually at the front row, second one from the top.
So, like here?
Front row.
When you say front, do you mean this?
Coming in from the door, yes.
So she's this one.
Yep, she's that one.
This isn't the person that I promised Zen I would help her find, is it?
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
No.
Um,
Did Zen tell you anything about?
Nope.
Okay.
I gathered they were like sisters or really good friends or potentially something more, but it's about as far as I think I have inferred.
How old is Nia?
she's probably, let me think, like 10, 11, young.
Okay.
Uh,
So she's a child.
yeah.
And now the whole room, that's the only child you see in here.
That seems a little intentional.
Does does she seem to be in the same sort of situation that Sasha was in, where if she is taken out of the tank, she's going to die?
Do you have anything that could tell that?
Uh, yes. Aside from like looking through the system and trying to analyze like what is going on there, no. I have one life, so
Do I see that she has kind of, in my meandering and looking at all the tanks, do I see that she has like paused and kind of fixated on this one?
Zen, what does he see?
oh yeah, she's just standing there like staring at this girl, like clearly trying to figure out what to do.
Are we still mentally linked?
Yes.
Yes. Keep in mind, your mental link is set up in a way that where it's like a walkie-talkie. They can click it on and send you
Yeah,
something.
I know it's not like a permanent, I can read everybody's mind kind of thing, but um, I will come back over here, and
Did you guys hear that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a Windows noise.
Okay, I'll get that fixed.
um
I will ask Zen what's wrong.
we have to figure out a way to get her out of here.
Who is she?
She's my friend's daughter. You can tell that she's referring to Jinx, who is the woman like a couple rooms over.
I don't. Wait.
She's in like a room over and up. You can see her portrait just sitting in there.
I need to get one.
I can see her portrait hanging out in here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is
yeah.
she next
Can you guys
to?
not
Yeah,
see?
yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
She's the one that was
that's
next
her.
to Vector.
Yes.
Roger, Roger. Is she alive?
Yes, she's hurt, but she's alive.
Zen, check Discord.
Sorry, I gotta check it on my phone.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
It's okay, because otherwise it
That's fair.
Who's the lady next to Vector?
That's who she was just talking about. Jinx,
And that's a
our friend.
friend?
Yeah, and that's her daughter in the tank.
Is there a way
Okay.
that I can do this secretly, James?
You can take that number of dice and drop it into the tower, and then I could just do it manually.
Were
The
we
tower over on
told
the bottom right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
were we told who Jinx was? Like, is she? How is she here? Like, is like she being experimented on, or is she just?
She looks pretty beat up. Um, she's very weak. This area
That
up here,
is not it. Sorry.
it's okay. This area up here is like there's nothing inside of it, so it looks like they were just keeping her captive. But it was like a makeshift
I
prison
thought
cell, jail
I
cell.
thought if you clicked control and clicked the die, it added more dice.
So if you click and hold the die, and then you right click on the die, it'll create more.
Ah,
Can I use mind to see, I guess, the mental state or how much mental state is
oh
left
shit.
or
Sorry.
whatever of this girl?
Just ignore that.
Okay. Um, hold on, I got a math. Can I get everybody to give me a charisma insight? check.
Charisma insight.
Mhm.
Are we just like rolling contests basically?
Yeah. Actually, if you guys want it from now on, just always roll contest. That I think it's easier for everybody. Uh,
Okay. I guess I got 5.
okay. Just need to know that number. Okay. Go ahead with the rest of your question. Sorry.
I was wondering, can I use mind to kind of see what the mental state or how much is left or whatever of this girl in this tank? Like,
Yes. Yes, you can. Give me a. Yeah, you're doing. It's definitely a magic thing. So an entertain mind. It's coincidental. Vic, I think you were trying to ask something.
Do we know why she was kept in this room?
really?
Like, what were they doing to her? Just beating the crap out of her for no apparent reason?
Were you up there when Zen was up there with her? I can't remember.
Don't remember. I don't think I was. I was with Sani most of the time.
I think it was just
Okay.
me and Vector.
I think so. So then
Jim,
no. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't look like they were currently torturing her. It looks like she had previous injuries and she's now been placed in here.
Um.
So
Okay. Go ahead.
it's just basically something happened and now they're keeping her prisoner.
Okay. I don't remember if Sani or someone else figured it out. Was there a certain characteristic that they all shared? All these people in tanks? A
No, he
genetic
didn't.
marker or something?
He didn't try to figure that out.
Okay.
Uh,
is
Trent,
yeah, I'm trying to decide, and I don't know how you want to play that. I
one
am
success
trying.
is definitely not going to be enough. That's
Well,
not even.
no, I know that. I'm trying to decide if it's worth spending a beat to try and re-roll. But you, as the GM,
I mean, when you have 6 dice and you only get one success, I feel that that's a good gamble.
yeah,
Keep in mind when you re-roll, you can also spend willpower to increase it.
increase the
Uh,
dice pool.
yeah,
I believe James a beat does all, will does 3.
I think he
no,
said a
will
will is
give
1
bashing
bashing,
will gives you
2
one
lethal,
lethal.
3 aggravated, right?
Yep,
I will.
you're right as far as how the old rules, fourth edition, worked. Actually, that's Chronicles of Darkness.
Let's see. I'm just going to find something else to click on that will add 2. Sure. That gives me 8. Okay. I am spending a beat and a lethal willpower.
James. If you see in our miscellaneous, it says willpower. Reroll up to 3 regular dice in any dice pool.
Miscellaneous where?
First page of cheats. Underneath damage, it says miscellaneous.
I
First
think he
page of
changed that and
cheat
just
sheet.
never updated the cheat sheet.
No, you're using an old cheat sheet. It
Oh, god damn it, monkey lover. I've only got 20 of these things running around.
just always use the one from the site.
Site.
The
The
OneDrive.
OneDrive. I will post it in
It's
general.
not that easy. There's no app on my computer.
But I haven't changed this in a long time, so I feel that this is pretty solid. But yes, that was how it. Because I was using
Used.
Chronicles of Darkness rules
Okay.
for that purpose a long time ago. And you guys used it a couple times, and it just never worked out well. So I decided, or you guys wanted some more power behind a willpower, so I
Okay,
made it beefier.
no problem, Bob.
Um,
All right, so I got 4, I guess.
yes, you do.
Still a little disappointing, but better.
Okay. Sorry, I have to ask questions. These are going to come through on Discord. Zen. While I'm getting this information, uh, Vic, was there something you wanted to try?
Vic can't do it. Vic is stupid. I need a computer person, but she's currently occupied being crazy.
Excuse me? What did you say about me?
This was Vic into Vic's head. No mic was pushed. There's no control panels in this room, correct?
On all the tanks, it looks like they're touch screens, so
Mhm.
they have this like kind of a square-ish area that you can go up and scroll through and read outputs if you
Just
understand it.
just basically static control systems,
Kind of, yeah.
but not like in Sonia's condition where there's machinery around him.
Right.
Oh,
So these are
wait.
Sonny's seem to be a lot different than this room.
so these are stasis pods, and his is the actual mutate canister
Okay.
assumption.
She'd be about 8 or 9. Sorry, I was off a little. I was just thinking about age. So,
Actually, yeah. Can I go through a couple of these and just scroll through and see if there's any kind of matching data and see if I can't
Matching
interpret?
data to Sasha's.
No, to each other's. Because
Okay.
I remember someone was looking at something and you said something about Sasha. Something's happening to Sasha. Someone said something about Sasha that they're doing something, improving him, and they haven't done one to his mage in layman's term.
Okay.
I'd like to check
Yeah.
some of these, just random some of these, and scroll through the status and see if there's any kind of common denominator to a few of them.
Um, yeah. Give me
Technology,
a.
intelligence.
Yeah, that works.
Because I ain't got shit for medicine. Because I'm stupid.
All right. Hmm. Uh, so, Trent, you kind of um, you're seeing like dreams. Uh, it's kind of almost like looking through a pensive, very hazy and
What's a
uh,
pensive?
a Harry Potter reference. Sorry.
Is that the little thing where he
That's the
pours
thing
the
he
like
puts the thoughts into. Yeah, the
pours
liquid
the little water
thoughts.
pool and they splash their head in kind of thing?
You know, I saw an interesting thing about that. Nobody actually taught Harry how to use a pensive, and he sticks his face into it, and it's quite possible all you have to do is actually touch it. But he,
I thought in the book he was like looking, trying to get a better look, and like fell into it,
yeah, yeah,
and then
and
he just
but he
assumes that that's
always
how.
stumbles.
Yeah,
Like when he like in the book, he always stumbled when he landed,
you go
and
with
it's
what
quite possible
works.
everybody else was like, touch, and then they appear in it, and they're like, you entered this a weird way, but we're not gonna tell you.
Because it brings us joy every time to watch you do it.
So Harry
Hopefully you
Potter is
drown one day.
basically just a giant over magical powered klutz.
He is a jock. He's a jock that's put on the team, and for some reason he has a good storyline, so we all follow him. But okay, so anyways, yeah, so you're seeing like these kind of dreams, and you you see this home life. Um, like you can hear somebody in the kitchen working. You see a man sitting there reading off his tablet. The TV is playing, and then the the front door opens, and you hear her go, "Uncle Manio," and then the dream switches. Um, Actually, I'm going to give you the chance to ask a question about her memories because you got two successes. Well, you got four successes, two of them to attach and then two of them to use. So ask a question that you want to try to deep dive into her memories with.
Wouldn't he also recognize that name
Maybe.
because of my encounter with him when he put me in the that bubble?
Snowball?
In
The
yeah,
snow globe thing?
yeah, that thing.
Oh, was he around for that?
I think he knows about it because I told them. I
Well,
Okay.
think.
didn't
I think. I don't know if I told you who it was, but actually,
out
after I
of
got
game for my memory's sake, wasn't he a friend when you used to be technocracy sort of kind of thing?
uh-huh,
Yeah. He was like your mentor or
uh-huh,
something for technocracy? Okay.
yes,
Just making sure that I'm remembering the characters correctly before I ask my
yep,
one all
Yep.
important question that I get, I guess.
I don't think you've
you
ever
get two.
seen him, but I do
But
remember Zen talking to
I
you
know
about
of
him.
him.
Mhm.
And I'm asking this question to you as GM for
Mhm.
information, or I'm
And I'll
asking
relate it.
her,
No,
the girl.
you're asking me, and I will relate it in some kind of mind dive that you're doing because she's in this dreamlike state, so you can
Okay.
swim through it. That's
I
part
was
of
gonna
your
say
powers.
I've kind of been through that at least once before. Um, I don't know that I have a question just yet as far as what direction I want to try and poke through this thing. Let me think on it for a minute.
Okay. So Vic, you got one success, right? That's what I
Mm-hmm.
saw.
Yes.
So you're scrolling through, and like it's giving out a lot of diagnostics on the the people, and there's just a ton. But as you go through with different people, you're seeing that they're from different places in the world. Um, you are seeing that this is mixed genders and races. Um, Blood types are varying. Um, nothing, nothing's really jumping out at you, except for certain little numbers, but that could just be like heart rates are near the same. But
Mm-hmm.
it's really nothing that you can connect and say that these people, like there's a type that they got off these people.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, are these tubes solid from floor to ceiling, or however high they are?
No, they don't go all the way to the ceiling. They're on some kind of base on the floor, and then they go up about, I don't know, 9 feet, so 9, 10 feet.
Okay. Is the glass solid all the way around them, or is there a seam of some sort that opens?
No, it's solid. You suspect that the port of entry is through the top.
Okay. Is there anything from the ceiling that looks like there may be a conveyor system?
Uh, I'm not understanding what you're looking for.
So if
Ball game.
how they
Ball
put
game.
in and out of the container.
Oh, so yeah, you see tucked away in the corner like a ladder that allows somebody to, you roll it up and you can go up there and pull them out.
Hmm.
It has a platform on the ladder that allows 2 or 3 people. It's enough room to allow 2 or 3 people onto it.
So I was trying to see if we could possibly pull one out without any having adverse effects. Because they're not hooked up to tubes per se, right? Like Sonny or Sasha was.
I mean, there are things plugged up into them. They do have some kind of EKG connected that's monitoring them, but you don't see as many, and you're pretty sure, like, you see one tube that's connected to their arms, and then you see a lot of what are those things called? They're the sticker things that they use for like the
The little
EKGs.
electropads.
Yeah, the electropads. Um, so it seems to, like, every now and then give them a little jolt just to keep their muscles from going into atrophy.
So I assume the thing in the IV is probably for nutrients. I'm sure they've got some kind of oxygen tube to their mouth.
No, they're just drowning. No, yeah, yeah.
Well, I thought we were doing like the
I was,
abyss. It's
that's
heavy
what I was gonna
water.
say. What was
Yeah, where it's like
that old movie with
infused.
their liquid oxygen that they're
Yeah,
floating in?
Yeah,
Oh man,
heavy
I've forgotten
water.
about that movie. Yeah,
that movie was terrifying for me as a child.
Oh yeah, well, it was awesome.
the like 4 hour director cut is also worth it.
Have you thought of a question yet, Nathan?
Well, so I'm trying to figure out what Trent is specifically looking for in this situation. I think Trent wants to try and navigate the dream to somehow involve Zen so that he can figure out more about what the relationship is there. But I don't know.
Wait a minute. You're spending this energy to try and figure out what condition this child is in, and instead you're just not going to take my word for who she is to me, and you're going to go after that instead?
Well,
Well,
that's a thought. Like I said, I haven't made a decision yet, so
oh
that's a
my
thought.
god.
And then there's do I want to try and pry into like an emotional or regretful time? Like I'm trying to figure out how to navigate a dream where it's not like, are you okay? You know, it's I'm trying to figure out what information I can gather without disturbing it from a dream state to more of like an intrusion, if that makes sense. Like I'm trying to suggest a direction for her body's dream to naturally go in rather than just be like, how are you doing? How did you get here? Are you okay? Kind of thing. Like I'm trying to figure out A, what happened, and like B, how she's tied to you. Because Trent is curious and is just trying to figure out how to save this girl if it comes to a mental anchor point, and then like how she is currently, because currently she's just in a dream state, which could be anything from an actual physical standpoint. So those are the three things that Trent is trying to figure out, but he doesn't know how to push the dream in that direction yet. So because I don't know. To Vic's thought, I was kind of having the same thing. Well, what if we try and rescue somebody else and see how they do outside of a tank? And then we learn information on what to do or what not to do for this girl. But also at the same point, we could have alarm bells going off somewhere in technocracy. Maybe.
So, Zen, your little PIP pops back open, and it's Jerry. She's like, "What are you still doing here? I told you to get out."
So, based on my relationship with her and my relationship with Mineo, does she know about Nia?
Um, I'll leave that up to you. They're your backstory, so
Jerry,
quite possible.
do you know where I am right now?
Yeah. Remember, you were trying to hack, and I
Yeah.
was stopping you.
Do you see who's in front of me right now?
No, I can't see that room.
This is Nia. Why is she here?
What? No.
You let Mineo do this to her?
I didn't know. But look, Mineo knows that you're there. Mineo knows that you're out.
I can't leave without her, Jerry. Tell me how to get her out of here.
You can't.
There has to be a way.
She was, well, yes, but no, like, yes, there's a way, but you
So tell me what it is.
can't. No, but if you do, it's not. It's and then like Mineo comes walking into the room.
Oh, fuck.
That we're all in?
Yeah. And he finishes for her. He goes, "It's not safe for anyone if you let her out."
Wait, is that Mineo or Vic? You just moved.
I didn't move anybody. I'm
Oh,
not in
then
the
I,
room.
then I guess that's Vic. Okay.
Yes. Imagine Mineo is standing there. I don't have a token for him, but for everybody
If
else.
it did, he would be right there.
Does he walk through the door that we came through?
Yeah. Or at least that's what it looks like.
Way to go, lookouts. Jeez, you guys are amazing out there outside the room.
Yes, Sonny.
Couldn't have given us a heads up.
Sonny.
Any of you
Yeah.
three out there? I think what Trent wants to figure out for Nia is
Oh crap! He changed his picture.
Oh, sorry. Use the old one.
I think Trent wants to try and navigate her dream to find a point for Nia to basically anchor herself to who she is as like a human, just in case they're doing some weird kind of brainwashy convert you into a hit mark kind of thing, I guess. If any
Sorry,
of
I'm a
that
little
makes any sense.
confused. It did not. Try again.
So if Trent is trying to navigate her dream world thing, and to try and maybe push her in a certain direction so that he can gain information. Trent
Okay.
is kind of looking for the core of who she is or was as a human so that he can try and protect or or kind of hold on to that with her / for her.
Are you trying to look to see if her brain's being manipulated?
I'm just assuming it is.
Okay, I can answer. So that one you should be able to detect. With this, this shouldn't derail your question. It's not.
Okay.
That's something you should be able to sense with mind one.
So
If
she's
somebody's
just in just a kind of stasis. She's not
she's in
like
a
fighting
stasis.
for who she is.
Nope.
Okay. Well then, I don't know what my question is yet. Hang on. That was my biggest concern, was to try and make
Gotcha.
sure that from what Trent can do that the others might not be able to do was to anchor basically her psyche to herself so that whenever we did get her out, she was still her, is
Gotcha.
where I was kind of going with that. But if that is not as much of a concern, then I don't know what my question is yet.
Sorry, this is Minio. I shouldn't have popped up in the last picture. It was easy enough to convert over.
Same picture.
I didn't get anything shared.
Yeah, I didn't get another picture.
Same picture.
It's not the same picture.
I don't see any picture.
I don't see any
You just
picture
sent me
now.
You
No,
just sent me the
it's
same
the same
picture. Some
picture,
dude with a
too,
glowy,
yeah.
glowy watch.
Nope.
Yeah, no, that's what I got too.
What the deuce?
I got
It's
glowy,
like,
glowy watch guy again.
yeah, mine was like further zoomed in. It was like, this is Minnie. I was like, that's the same guy, just a lot closer. What are you trying to tell me?
Okay, this is
No,
what
no,
I'll do.
really, this is him. No,
This is him. Now I can just see the threads of his jacket. What am I doing?
No, him. Okay, doesn't matter if you're yelling at me. It ain't gonna work.
I thought that if you raise your voice, that it makes it more clear.
Yeah, so like a closer picture. No, I mean really, this is him. I still don't
Am I
understand.
supposed to see a guy in a jacket pocket? What am I looking for here?
Am I supposed to look at a glowy, glowy watch? What's going on?
Maybe if I name it
Yeah,
too.
that
Oh,
worked.
there we go.
There we go.
Oh,
This
Okay.
just looks like a business suit guy.
Oh,
So
really?
it
Him?
must have.
Yep.
He looks horrible. I mean, first guy a little bit worried. This guy, eh.
He's like, I'm gonna crash your 401k.
I mean, he is part of the technocracy, so yeah, that's a thing.
All right, so Zen is gonna whip around and force slam him into the wall and start trying to strangle him.
Okay.
That's a hell of a reaction.
And I have one Q, so I'm gonna use that.
Don't.
Don't?
Yeah.
Oh.
This
The
is
GM says, don't kill the guy.
no. No, that's not what I'm saying. I just don't want you to waste a resource.
Okay.
So you push out with the forces, and you guys all see this this image of where he's standing in the room break up, and you can see while it breaks up multiple lasers that are making up a hologram of him.
Oh my god, he's the Red Queen. Okay. I want to try and use those lasers and figure out what network they're on and try and trace back from where he's actually connecting to.
Okay. Yeah, give me a airtake correspondence check.
Do you want like a roll contest or?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for this.
Ah, fudge. I got 4.
Okay. Let me check the correspondence chart. Come on, mouse. Um, so unfortunately, you trying to sense him, he's too far away. You can either do this as a ritual to try to search for him, or you could start hacking, but that's just going to take a long time.
Can I start it as a ritual, but still talk to Jerry at the same time, or does that involve all of my focus?
Yeah, no, you can totally do a ritual, talk to Jerry, and talk to him.
Okay, then that's
But
what I want
keep in
to do.
mind that with it being a short-term ritual like this, it's going to cost a paradox each round.
Okay.
Okay. Um, right. So, Vic, am I seeing you roll over a ladder?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um,
When they're all
Manny,
preoccupied.
uh, you guys are all hearing and seeing this ladder move. It's not. This isn't something that's easily stealthable.
It's like one of
It's
those
just.
giant step ladder things in Home Depot that you just kind of like roll around and then.
Yeah, but it's big enough for like 3 people plus a person they're pulling out of a tank.
Yeah.
So like it has a big platform up top that goes and kind of hovers over the tank.
Is this motorized like a scissor lift, basically?
No, no, there's a bit of a manual process to it. But yeah,
All of this technology, and they've got this giant thing that you have to manually haul around the room.
say what?
All of this technology of theirs, and they have this giant ladder that you have to roll around the room, kind of thing.
I mean, to be fair, like when you're dealing with techno magic, you're gonna want some primitive stuff because if you have a backlash happen, you're gonna want to be able to handle it without. Uh,
Without everything being broken.
yeah, with you're gonna want to have some way to handle it because if everything's broken, you're not gonna be able to handle it. It's all screwed.
All right, Jerry, I'm getting her out of here. I need you to tell me how to make sure she stays alive.
And Manio speaks up. He was like, "It's not about keeping her alive. It's about keeping everything else alive."
What does that mean?
These. I'm sorry. Give me one quick second. Sorry, the kids were bugging me and they needed food, and so I'm trying to get this together. And my notes are back on the computer screen.
Oh, doomsday children.
There's only one child in here.
They're the bringers of the apocalypse.
The alpaca lips.
That was actually one of my first screen names. Was alpaca lips because my family raised alpacas, so I thought it was funny.
He's like, surely you all have noticed the inconsistencies in uh, the the inconsistencies in how stable magic is or technology is here in Seattle. He waits for any kind of reaction.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I'm talking about the stability of the world, areas that are uh, people are just vanishing, being in, or uh, locations where you can do a cell phone call and experience backlash.
They're disappearing because you're taking them and putting them in tanks.
Not these people.
Don't laugh. I'm trying to be serious.
Way to be selective about who you're worried about.
It's all of Seattle. Seattle is not stable.
Nia wasn't
And
in Seattle. So
I
why is
know.
she here?
Damn it, do you think I wanted this for her? Look,
I-
when I ran the algorithm, she came up, and I felt like fate was giving me the finger. This is why I locked you away, so you didn't have to deal with this. Look, these individuals, when running the algorithm, we found that they are the ones that can help keep Seattle stable. And we're using their life force right now, or they're just beings, and it's causing reality to not collapse into itself. I don't know what's happening here in Seattle. I'm trying to discover it, but this was the only way we can. This was the only way we could save Seattle. This was the only way we could save Washington. Who knows how big this is?
You guys did double check your math, right? This isn't like a whole NASA Mars lander kind of thing.
He looks at you. We're not a bunch of humans. Not sleepers.
So are you
You
trying
realize you can still make mistakes, right? No thing.
Vic, how close are you with that ladder?
to? Oh, I'm just having fun.
So like you get it wheeled up, and he's like, doing this could break the stability of not only where you're at, you could be trapped here forever.
I'll take my chances. You've got a guy in a leaky tank over there. Put him in.
What?
Yeah, our friend Sasha, that you also put in a tank, is dying.
What happened?
Your tank's broken.
Tanks don't just break.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have cyborgs punching them.
And
Also,
you
your
see like
cyborg
this
is
flash
broken.
of light. You see
Also,
like this
your
flash of,
cyborg is broken.
you see this flash of light as he splits in two, and part of him runs out of the room, and like he's standing there talking to you, and he's like, "That's not a cyborg. Somebody shot this."
Actually, I think she was crushed.
And he looks down, and he was like, "Oh, poor thing."
I get what you're trying to do here, but how you're going about it is not okay. And you can't have her. And I don't know where Vic has the ladder, but if it's not on top of her already, I'm pulling it over and I'm climbing up towards the top of the tank to pull her out.
I'm imagining Vic's already up on top of a tank, and he's opening it up.
And then the
So,
ladder just moves.
oh, what's going on?
Vic wasn't pulling a ladder to her.
Yeah, Vic had a ladder up over there in the corner where he's at.
Yeah, I just go and grab it.
Vic, do you contest?
Um,
Whee!
yeah. What the hell are you doing?
No offense, but it's really hard to stop the person at the bottom of the ladder when you're at the top from moving the ladder on you.
No, it's not. It's called forces. I've done it before.
I will counter your forces.
I was going to say, she's pretty good at forces too, so this is going to get interesting.
Oh, but I've got prime and matter too.
She could also just remove you from the building.
Oh, she can try.
You guys working together?
I don't think you can.
Well,
I don't think you can
she's
fight correspondence. a whole
preoccupied
lot.
with a child.
I am, which is why I'm dragging the ladder over.
Oh, fuck it. I'll get on top and pull the guy out.
Okay. You open it up, and yeah, you start pulling the guy up.
So as she pulls it away, I'm pulling him out with it, so she can take the ladder with me and him.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, sure. That works. There, I'm putting in a fill-in for Manio to see. Have representation. So yeah, she starts wheeling it over.
Trying to kill me.
Um,
Crazy lady.
You're a mage. You're fine.
give me a wits correspondence check. Everybody that has correspondence.
Woohoo!
Holy shit! Damn, Trent.
I'm very aware of where I am. Apparently.
Are very aware of where you are. And so is Zen. Okay, so as soon as the person got pulled out of the room, uh, Zen and Trent, uh, you guys are no longer in Seattle. Your
The
guys'
room
correspondence, huh?
or just us?
Nope, you're still in the room.
Okay.
But like your correspondence kicks in, and you're no longer in Seattle.
Where are we?
Uh, so you could pinpoint exactly where you're at, but you have no idea how to place it on a map. Like this isn't even Earth.
Is it the digital
that
web?
It's not the digital web either.
So wait, do we?
Is
It
she
looks
still
like we're
pulling the
still
ladder, or
in the
does she
room.
stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're totally in this room.
Uh huh.
But the room
Just
and everything
your
else is not on Earth.
location. Yeah, your location. Like before, your correspondence was saying, okay, you're under Seattle, even though you guys technically can't be that far under Seattle because of how close to sea level it is. But you're way under Seattle. And then all of a sudden, after the person was removed from the tank, you guys are no longer
On Earth.
this location is no longer under Seattle and or on Earth. It's like it's like in a video game where like you can scroll way out from a map and then click on a location, you know something's over there, but you have no idea what's there because it's all still blacked out.
Is she still moving the ladder, or did she stop
And
when?
and your map is also in like 5D. I don't know how to draw it, but correspondence people can obviously understand how to draw 5-dimensional.
Would it be possible for me to pull people over to the virtual web and then use it to get back to another spot in on
You
Earth?
can pull the whole room.
Nope.
So as you look down,
Uh-huh.
Jerry is no longer connected, and you can't sense the digital web.
Oh, that's not good. Vic, put the guy back.
I can't. You're pulling the damn ladder away.
I'll shake the ladder.
There's the guy go
Put it
tumbling
back.
down
Put
the
it back.
stairs.
Put it back. Put it back.
Manio is like kind of fuzzy, and he's like, I told you that this is not stable. Look, if I
I
could
feel
have
like this is
found,
now a box where it's like, which person can we take out, or how do we put them back in? Kind of thing.
if there was anybody else that I could have put in there, it would have been anybody else. But these were the only 25 people that I was able to find.
That's a very key phrase.
Um,
Really? Because you had a 26th one out there in the hallway.
Here's a different experiment.
At least you actually
So
referring to them to what they are.
Well,
And
so
then,
Trent's going to ask a different question and kind of interrupt.
okay,
So you said these are the 25 you could find. I'm assuming you have a list of others?
these were the 25 that we were able to calculate through our algorithm.
The algorithm gave you no others?
Not yet. And Jinx comes crawling in, and she's like, 26. And Jerry was able to test my blood type. I'm a match. Or
That's
Jerry was
fucked
able to
up,
test my DNA.
James.
Sorry, I was a match.
I only caught part of what you were saying. Your mic was going in and out.
I misspoke. Jerry was able to test my DNA. I'm a match.
That's fucked up, James. Meta.
Save your friend's daughter.
Manio, would it work with me?
I'm not sure.
Well, figure it out.
He's like, well, you're gonna first need to restore us to, and like he says, Earth 619.
All right, Flash. If Vic doesn't push the body back in, I'll climb up the ladder and push it back into the tank.
I don't know, Vic. What do you do?
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. He's
Is
still just sedated.
I'll put like a part of him back in.
It doesn't work that easy.
Fine, I'll toss him back in.
All right, you make
It's
sure
just
that
like
all
throwing
of
a
his,
fish back.
You don't quite meet the spec. There you go, back in there, friend.
you make sure that all of his stuff is connected first. At least you guys have the frame of mind for that. And then you put him back in.
Vic just
Close it up.
unceremoniously dumps it back in head first, just like, ah, he'll be alright.
And then like you see his pod start bubbling and flowing, and like uh, you're hearing like power generators like restoring, kicking back on, and you guys can feel uh, with the correspondence you being moved quickly back, almost into place.
Seattle just had a weird random earthquake under a very specific part of the city. Puck whispers into Trent's head. Try another one. Try another one.
So Menudo, are you telling me these 25 are reinforcing the consciousness or the consensus?
Yes.
Hmm.
So that little stunt that you pulled has changed something.
So why are these 25 the ones that affect the consensus more than others?
I wish I knew. I don't. I don't know. I can't. I haven't figured that out. None of us have.
Have you figured out what has caused the instability?
No, we don't. There's some there's some change in Seattle. We don't know what it is, but it is causing an instability of the conscious, as you say, and science and
Consensus.
magic consensus. Science and magic here is weird.
What was. This is a GM question. I can't remember. What was it that the werewolves tasked us to go look for? There was some twin
Twin
power
building.
thingy, something,
Yes.
right? Didn't
Um,
they say that there was some kind of link that was affected or wasn't supposed to be there?
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't have that front in there yet. But what it there's there's a building that's looking for its mate, and you guys are supposed to go and find it, or they've asked you to go and find it.
Did we have a building name?
No.
It was a building of knowledge.
It was just a description that we got, right? There was no specific name for either of the two buildings, right?
No.
I'll say to everybody in the mind chat, I wonder if this has anything to do with the building of knowledge.
Possibly. I was looking into that before we started doing other stuff. So, in the mind, if we can't remove these people, what are we doing here?
Well, Mineo, I need you to figure out if I can replace her or not.
Jerry kicks back on 9, and like she looks horrified. She's like, "Oh, good, you're back. What have you done?"
We took one of them out of the tank.
She's like, "You- okay. She connects, and Minio is like, I need you to run a diagnostics on Zenori." And she's like, "Okay, I need you to go back over to the main computer, which is back in
In the other room.
the other room."
Puck is still insisting very, very loudly to Trent to go try another person.
It was like these panels here, right?
Yeah. Uh, Puck. Yeah, you can tell that Puck is
Puck
loving the
doesn't care.
chaos.
He just wants something different, interesting. Puck does not care.
Yeah, he absolutely loves the chaos. Um, and so she walks you through on how to hook yourself up to the machine, and while you're in the process, she's like, an entire hotel full of people just disappeared.
Are they just gone?
I don't
Can
know.
we?
I'm trying to trace the whole building was gone.
Was it the hotel that all the weird shit was happening in, by any chance?
No,
Okay.
no, that would be Trent's apartment buildings. Though I did consider that
Oh.
one.
Oh.
But I was like, no, he's kind of worked really hard on that. I'm not gonna have that building disappear.
Do what you got to do.
Did we ever find out what happened to that little girl?
Mm-mm.
Which
Did
little
she
girl?
did she disappear?
The one whose parents were all dead and decaying?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's under a tropic anomaly. I do have that. It's not completely current, but I do have some information in there about that. Um, it's at a 4/5. It's almost complete. It was at it was at 4/4 because it was complete, but then Sani threw a wrench in that one. Uh, so I had to bump it up to 4/5. So it's almost complete. So if you want to know what happened to her, there is still a little bit more story there.
Listen, Jerry, I'm sorry. Obviously, that's not what I wanted to happen, but I have to figure out how to get her out of there. You know I can't leave her.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Does it seem like she's telling the truth?
Give me a wits insight check. Yes, it seems like she's telling the truth, and you can hear a little bit of devastation in her voice, like kind of almost more of a conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And so the tests, you're watching the scans like blurring through and sciencey stuff happening. Um,
Science.
a UI that doesn't make sense to anybody because we're doing movie logic for a lot of this. And finally, once it completes, she's like, "No, I'm actually not surprised. None of the 25 showed any kind of magical abilities. We feel that people who can manipulate science are a little bit more grounded than the rest."
I mean, I guess that would make sense if you're trying to hold the consensus in place with them.
Manio comes walking out. He was like, "So what did we discover?"
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I can help you with this.
Why couldn't you just stay in the bubble that I created for you? You would have been fine. You would have been provided for.
Not everybody likes living in a cage.
You wouldn't have to be living with this.
You should have found a different way.
If there was one, I'm not smart enough.
Well, I guess I was right to just think of you as a disappointment. And Zen will walk back over towards Jinx.
Jinx grabs you as you go by, and she's like, "I'll do it. I'll stay. I came to rescue you."
I can't ask you to do that.
You're not asking. I just need your help to get me in there.
Where would I take her?
I don't know. Calvin and I, we had a safe house that we were going to take her to, but yeah.
I will figure out a way to get you out of here. I don't know how long it'll take me, but I will. And Zen will take Jinx's hand and squeeze it. All right, Minio, you gotta tell me how to do this so we make sure we don't destabilize it anymore.
And he comes back over and he's like, "Well, bring over the ladder. I'll show you how to unhook and attach somebody new into there."
Trent, Vic, do you guys say anything at this point? You're just like,
I mean, I'll assist, but I don't feel like I have any way in.
um,
I don't have a solution. Puck
as
isn't helpful.
as uh as we walk over there with Minio, um, Zen's gonna look at him and be like, "You owe me. You are going to make this right."
So what? You're hooking your friend up into the pod instead?
Yeah, we're taking the kid out and hooking her up instead.
Isn't it her mother? Okay, I'm
So,
just making sure that I'm tracking the name relationships correctly.
Yeah.
Give
so
me, give
what
me an
do you
insight
want?
check.
What do you
Who?
want Vic to
You.
say? I mean,
Me?
Yep.
An insight check?
Yes.
it's not my place to say a thing.
What is that?
Wits
Just
insight.
wits insight?
Yep.
Do I add anything else to this?
Just wits insight.
Empathy doesn't help.
Ooh, empathy might help.
I haven't gotten to use it hardly ever. The one time I tried, you were like, "Nah, that doesn't really apply." So I was like, "Okay, well."
Yeah,
I,
I'll
I
let you
would
replace
say
with empathy.
yeah, that would work here
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you
because
said
you've
replace?
been around Zen enough probably.
Yeah, you can use insight or empathy.
All right, I will use empathy. It's slightly stronger. And just roll contest.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly stronger. Oh
Holy
shit. Oh
Uh,
shit.
Well, I built this
Zen,
guy for
give me
this reason.
is Zen, give me another manipulation subterfuge. So when you said it's your friend's daughter, right? And you saw a little bit of hesitation in Zen, but you saw like a questioning look from Jinx. Like she looks at you, she looks over at Zen, and when she sees Zen nod, she kind of shakes her head and just kind of looks down.
Okay. Trent,
Mm.
Trent doesn't say anything.
Yeah, Vic doesn't say shit.
Vic doesn't know shit.
Nope. Nope.
No,
You said
Vic
you
doesn't
said
know shit.
that's the girl's daughter. And she wants to take a place. By all means, it saves a child, right?
um,
Let me help you.
All right, so you
Yeah.
guys,
no, Trent is somber but more willing to help in kind of like a knowing manner, like, okay.
all
And
right.
at the same time, does Trent still have any insight into the dream state of this girl?
I mean, you still haven't asked her second question.
I never asked her a question, did I?
Well, I gave you the first one.
Oh, okay.
You got two successes. Well, you got four,
Okay.
but two successes, and
Well, then my, yeah, no, my thought process still holds true. Trent would want to figure out what the relationship between this girl and Zen is. More looking for like a happy memory or something in a dream state.
it's weird. Like you try to dig for any kind of image of Zen, and like there's like this really fuzzy picture, but it's almost like a memory of a memory. I don't know a better way to describe it. It's really it's not something that you can connect it to. It's not like she has a memory of it of
Okay.
Zen, but
I think
there is something that
that
she sees in
answers. I still think that answers my question. So
her. Okay. Uh, I'm assuming you guys set up the ladder and
yeah,
Yep.
okay. Uh, you you pull got her name already.
Jinx.
Nia.
Nia. Yep.
Yeah.
You pull Nia out, and you're Zen. You're up there, and Manio is walking you through, or talking you through how to plug up Jinx, and Jinx is staring at you the whole time as you're plugging her up. She's like, "Ah, I'm sorry I couldn't contact you. Sorry I couldn't save her. I hope this is saving her now."
Zen can't respond. She's literally like choking back tears and just like shakes her head at her.
And then it gets to the time where you're about to lower her down into the vat. Um,
Is this the whole like T2 situation, but like mentally not?
I
and
haven't actually seen that. I've never seen the whole thing.
You've never seen that whole movie?
Mm-mm.
That's still what it's the only Terminator movie
that's
that you
good.
really yeah, it's the best
Well,
out of
Terminator
all
1
of them.
was good.
The first one,
Terminator 2 was really good.
yeah, the first one sets the stage basically, and they could have stopped at T2 and been perfectly fine.
I'll watch them eventually.
Um, but yeah, so you're about to lower her in, and like right before she goes, she pulls you in.
Zen will kiss her. A bit lingering and like obviously pained.
Mm-hmm. Um, after she lets you go, she's like, "Come back for me,"
I will.
and she goes down into the vat. You close the lid, and as you come down, she has her hand up against the glass as she slowly goes to sleep.
Uh, Zen will watch her until she falls asleep and then turn back to Nia and check on her.
She's
I'm
out.
assuming I'm assuming Trent probably is just kind of. You said she's what, 9?
Mm-hmm.
Trent's just kind of like holding her half draped around him while Zen does her thing or did her thing with Jinx. So he's just kind of holding her like a sleeping child.
Okay. Manio says, he goes, "I'm looking for a permanent fix, and that doesn't involve thieves."
You're gonna make this a priority, and
This has been my life.
you're gonna tell me how I can help. Because
Will
this
you
is
come back?
no fix. No, I won't come back. But I will help you with this.
Then I would rather not have your help.
Well, obviously you need it.
You reality deviants are just going to get in the way.
If we get in the way of this, I think it's worth it.
If there's something I can, if there's something I can use your help on, I will reach out to you. I'll
You
reach
could
out
also
to you.
maybe stop sending hit marks after us. That would be nice.
You all are dangerously close. Every reality deviant that's here in Seattle right now is making this harder. I have to shut you all down. But he looks back at Zen. For you, I'll have the hit marks back off for a while.
You'd better. And she looks over at Nia.
For her. Now it's not safe here. You all need to go.
Is our way out clear?
I would stay clear of the second floor.
Isn't that where you threw the weird thing?
Yes.
What was that thing anyway? Like, I don't remember.
That
A
demon?
demogorgon? I don't really know.
It
Yeah, it
was
was.
it was a creature from the beyond, and I am planning on writing up a cutscene that will go in there of like the guards coming back from upstairs. "Oh, I got the key," and then all of a sudden the thing just popping into place. Oh my god! And all the guards are coming to the area, and this thing is just ripping them all apart.
Is there a better way out?
The front door.
I guess yeah, we
Yeah,
could go out. We
that
could go out
works.
the front door because we came in through the second floor. So okay. um. Yeah, I'd rather not have to try and cast on our way out of here, just because one of our friends is not having a good day. Zed will kind of look over at Sadi, like making sure he hasn't rusted a hole through the concrete of the floor.
Um, the elevator trip back up is really scary because like the lights start flickering, um, like the buttons just kind of like start flashing, like they're different ones are lighting up. Um, Sonny's like sitting in the middle, just trying not to touch anything. Uh, you can hear the creaking of the elevator, like it's aging quickly. Uh, and then you guys get outside, and you're still hearing this like beast sound running around inside the building, and like you're seeing these flashing lights and blood splatter up against the windows.
Yeah, we're gonna keep moving, and I'm gonna try and keep Nia pretty distant from Sonny.
Okay.
Do we have actual transportation? I don't remember how we got here. We got here because you portaled us,
I
right?
portaled us
Yep.
in. Yeah, we should also that portal's also on the second floor. We should probably close that. When actually, can I close that like just thought wise, or do I need to be at the portal to do it?
um, so yeah, you have it created to open. No, you're not going to be able to close it thought-wise. I don't think your paradigm would work like that.
Okay. Um, when we get back to your apartment, let me go in and close the portal before you let everybody inside.
Guess who's waiting for you?
Um, I
So
mean, I have my bike, but I don't think that's gonna help us. Um, Victor, don't you have a car or two or 20 or a helicopter or something?
I mean, you guys can summon an Uber
I was gonna say, I'm pretty
or a
sure we
few.
could just go find a taxi or something.
Taxis don't exist in this world.
Your mic, I can't hear half the time.
Yeah,
Sorry, it's been acting wonky lately. I don't know what's up with it.
is it only acting wonky in Discord?
To the best of my knowledge, yes, but that's literally all I use it for. So,
Check your voice and video where your input sensitivity is.
I've done that before. And the audio. Yeah, it's just an automatically determined input sensitivity,
Hmm.
which is
Okay.
what it's always
Manually set
been.
that?
I,
But
I mean, I usually turn that off and then I set it manually. So you might want to lift it up a little bit just to see if maybe that happens. But
okay. Yeah, I'll do it manually for now, and just let me know if it gets obnoxious. Um,
so yeah, you guys get back to Trent's apartment, and I guess this might be a good spot to cut.
Before or after we close the portal?
She closes the portal. Yeah, all that gets taken care of.
Okay, so no Demogorgon pulling
No,
matter from nowhere ripping through apartment complex.
right. No, your apartment complex is safe.
for now.
Yeah.
Uh, I
I
mean,
mean,
you guys
screw
did
that building in that location forever, permanently, but
you guys did close the door, like when you guys walked into that office room. You did close the door, and one of you would have need to open it, but there is still a link between your apartment and that building that if somebody was smart enough, they could figure out how to open it. I doubt that that monster would have figured it out.
yeah, that monster doesn't seem like it's a correspondence thing.
It is not a
necessarily.
correspondence monster. We'll be okay.
It did not have any correspondence, and that's why you were able to port it out of there without any issue.
Thanks for that
Sorry.
emotional roller coaster, James.
I guess I
You're
will put
welcome.
Nia in a bedroom and then let her sleep it off or whatever.
So, Vic, your question about more theater.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Sani's Chantry, the Thanatoid, that's where their Chantry is located.
Okay.
Also, Zen's gonna reach out to Olavi actually first and let him know that she found Nia and can he help get her to a safe place or something.
Okay.
And then she might loop Calvin in as well, since Jinx mentioned him.
Okay. Wait, Luke Calvin?
Calvin was her original fixer.
What do you mean by loop him in?
So Jinx had said that there was they were working on a safe house for her. So he's dead. That's right. From the afterlife, she's gonna have Sani reach out since he's about to be dead too.
It's that posthumous email thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
So,
I like that idea that you, after you contacted Olavi, you pop open another email, you start typing up to Calvin and go, oh yeah.
yeah, that's honestly probably what happened. And she's just like, God damn it, Mineo.
Trent's just gonna make drinks for everybody, I guess, and just like hand them out quietly and go stand on the balcony.
Yep.
So yeah, all over the news, you guys are seeing reports about a either like a sinkhole or something happened, but a hotel vanished, and they're like, we're trying to figure out what happened. Like, announcers like feel crazy talking about this. They're like, this is going to sound like this is a prank, but this hotel is no longer standing, and the city did not have any
It's okay.
plans on.
All the Hoovians are going to be like, it's okay, the Jadoon just took it. It'll be back in a little while. Zen might be a nerd. Maybe.
um, and then uh, like the 11 o'clock news comes on, and the news stations are all reading from a script of correction that the city did have plans to take down the hotel. The residents were evacuated earlier that day. This was all planned. Unfortunately, some communications fell through the cracks, and
So did the hotel.
we forgot to, yeah, the certain paperwork got lost, and we apologize for the scare that we might have caused anybody earlier.
All right, well, good game, guys.
Happy, I'll get you some information on what you just sent me.
No problem.
I'll write that up. Um, Let me this. All right, so let's see things that happen. Sani
Started breaking stuff.
is breaking everything. It's a good term, right?
It scares me that you said that's a good term for it.
Her child. Oops. Zen found. Sorry, son of a bitch. Zen found Mia. They removed
We
old person
took a dude out of the
tank,
tank. Ended up on the wrong Earth.
and reality shifted. They ended somewhere in space. Returning, returned them, but a hotel vanished. What else? Zen tested for
I sent you a message in Discord, Zen. Aaron.
I see it.
two.
Okay.
Is this end character stuff? Should I know?
I don't know. That's a question. That's something for her to answer.
I'm deciding, James. If I decide yes, I'll let you know.
Okay. Negative. Jinx.
I'm gonna let this play out next time we're in game.
Turns
Okay.
out Jinx was positive. She was placed in tube. They kissed and said goodbye, and she would be back. Since we had Terminator references,
She gives a thumbs up.
as she goes down in the back. They get Nia out. Get back to
Close portal.
Trunks. Yeah, close portal. And I think that covers it.
That sounds about right.
So Sonny breaking everything, Zen found Nia, they remove old person from tank, reality shifted, they need somewhere, they ended up somewhere in space, returning him, returned them, and then a hotel vanished. There were news reports, but Zen tested for the tube. She was negative. Turns out Jinx is positive. Placed the tube. Blah blah blah. They got Nia out and got back to Jensen. Closed portal.
Sounds good.
Um, this actually closes the Dumas genetics storyline.
Okay.
That's all that there was to that. There's more to this whole reality thing that's happening, which I'll get the front end for that hopefully soon. It's actually really hard to condense my novels that I used to write down to a page.
I can imagine.
You know, I
But
blame Sonny. He's the one who has entropy issues.
All right, I am going to stop the stream. So thank you guys for hanging out.